Hello everyone, welcome back to some more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we found a way out of our cabin, I believe, and we ended up looking around the hallway and finding our way into the next cabin. Cabin of Mr. Grimesby Roylott, or Roylott. And it seems this Grimesby Roylott fellow is hiding something. Something that that Detective Sholmes, what's it called, was about to find out with his great deduction. Issue is, however, his deductions are a little off. They're not exactly right. The way he's thinking is right, but there's like always one or two points that kind of take him off course. So, with that being said, we are now going to kind of help him out a good bit. Switch them for alternatives. So, yeah, let's get started. Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. Oh, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Yeah? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they might hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Alright. Let's see if we can't fix some of Mr. Sholmes' deductions. First up, the identity. So, I won't. Should I read this again? Actually, yeah, you know what? Why not? It's the first time we're doing this, so sure. So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott. Obviously, what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away that copious beard you sport. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? It's not too hard to do. I'll skip this. I'll explain it myself. Thank you very much. So, here's the fun part. The part we're supposed to switch out is the orange part, the copious beard. But how are we going to do that? That's easy. We use the arrow keys to turn... Well, not arrow keys, wow, no, the analog sticks to move the cursor and turn the body around. This game is in 3D, remember? So, let's look around, see if we can't find anything. And, okay, fine, it's obvious. If we turn around the back here, we see golden locks. That's weird. I mean, his hair looks brown, but all of a sudden just straight cuts to gold, not even a gradient or whatever. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. So, let's present this.
Yes!
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away those golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lustrous golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly Yes, I understand. Say no more. But, well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation just like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. And yeah, there is a story about another woman, namely, the story about the ballerina with what looks to be blonde hair that escaped.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Wow. What voice do I give her? You're right. My real name is Nina. Nikolina Pavlova. I'm trying to do it as high pitch as I can. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. A ballerina on the run. Why is she on the run? Is it because of conditions or like what? So, now, as for my second conclusion, You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So she clearly can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake once again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Right. So it can't be the traveling case. Is it? Oh, here it is. I was about to say, is it like the waste paper basket, or... It's the tiara. Actually, is there anything in the waste paper basket? The waste paper basket? Let's have a little look inside. Etiquette to go sifting someone's rubbish. Yeah. It's poor etiquette when I do it, but when Sholmes goes and does it, oh my god. Like I'm a piece of rubbish now. These are special circumstances, I think. Finally! Let's look inside. Dang, nothing. There's hardly anything in here at all. That's huh. Oh, that's nice. Whatever. Anyways, it's this tiara-looking thing. Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? No, because I don't think... Wait, I think diamonds are supposed to be clear, not purple. Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Like, for instance, the tiara she was wearing in that same newspaper thing.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it is an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh, no. Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking the precious tiara with you. Doubly caught, okay. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. Yeah, why? You're all alone. Yeah, why did you even run? She must have been extremely lonely. Alright. I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, but there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only to follow up your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. He changed it. Oh, he changed his own deduction and thing. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written on a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case, and it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Alright, now then. There's only a few things here. It couldn't be the books on the shelf because, I mean, seriously? No. Let's look at the small picture. This is a charming little picture, isn't it? What is it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside? Or descending one, it seems to me. When you've been on the flat sea for a while, maybe you start seeing hills and mountains and everything. Well, that can't be it. Is it the door? A metal door, same way. But she'd be running away, but that's not it, no. Okay, this is a bit hard to kind of look at. It's a bit hard to do because it's something you would not have noticed. But if you scroll back to when they showed the picture of Miss Pavlova, with her, she has, if we look here, a cat she has a black cat with her in the picture. She's holding a black cat. And if we see here, it says, pets are also strictly forbidden. And I don't know about you, but that traveling case could be a nice little size for a small black cat to fit in. So, there was exactly the same notice in our cabin too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I? Okay, where are we? Alright, sorry. I just got interrupted for a second. So, where were we? Sorry, I got interrupted and had to do something else. Right, where was it? Yes, so, as the warning thing says, no pets are allowed on the ship. And if you scroll back to where we saw that, picture of Pavlova, then you'll see she has a black cat with her. And because pets aren't allowed on the ship, you know, she's afraid she might be thrown overboard. It's a bit hard to notice. It's a bit hard to like realize unless you've actually noticed it. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves us but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case. Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet. So possession of a prohibited animal. Oh, okay, I was about to say of a prohibited item, really? Anyways, the deduction is now complete. That was fun. So, clearly, you aren't who you said you were. Wait, what time is it? It's 9:30 now, we're 20 minutes in. So, I guess I can go for like 30 more minutes. End it a little early at like 50. Whatever. Anyways. So, clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you steered aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Burya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? Yeah, it's true. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all your links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transform yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop from screaming. Oh, shoot. Damn. Guess I jumped the gun a bit. Oh well, wouldn't be the first time. Oh well, whatever. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through that annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Yeah, so we really caught her right in the act. Oh. Things like that happen sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes, what? Observe your wrists. Yep, they're back on. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When? And why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Alright. Well, whatever, let's converse. I ended up jumping the gun a good bit, but we're probably going to hear about it in this episode, so whatever, right? Why should we make that a habit, literally, like, remembering things from cases and then just kind of doing them, like, right there, and then, like, just literally spoiling the events of later on. Watch that happen. Whatever. Anyways, what exactly happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next... Yeah, did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a good friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you could tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and where they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet. Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet only gives us a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I had stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we share Miss Pavlova's explanation. So what conundrum? I'm not sure, but... Alright, what is this conundrum that they speak of? Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Okay. However, this SS Bodio stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it. Of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? They did stop. Only it wasn't recorded? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to this stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. Yeah? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said I can never resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. There had to have been a stop then, because then, what, she just catapulted? She just swam all the way onto a moving ship? No, there must have been a stop or something that was not recorded. Anyways, who exactly is this friend that you speak of? So, the, friend you mentioned inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, but please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found out my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy it is, isn't it? Yeah? You think a puppy would stay that quiet inside the thing? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ha! You credit Russia as a land of with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young Ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you eat your friends. I'll remember that. Still no, obviously. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret, not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Alright. Something to show her is what exactly? Huh. Oh! That's right. Maybe it's... this? I mean, she's Russian. Cosmo knows Russian, right? No. No? No. I don't know. I feel like I'm stumbling on something here. I'll ask her about it. Why not? Right? Why not? No, nothing special. Okay, never mind then. I thought I caught something there. Whatever. Anyways, I guess is it the diary thing? 'Cause like he mentioned like a speckled band, so maybe she noticed something about it. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes. Yeah, that was awful. Okay. Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A snake? Huh. Speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? She was whistling for her pets. But what was the speckled band for? No. I don't know anything. Oh. The whistling sound? That must have been her trying to get her pet or whatever. Because she obviously can't keep it locked in the suitcase forever, right? Whatever. Oh snap. Here we go. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak to you, with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright. Alright. I will come now. Well, I am messing up the Russian accent already. What? You must leave. Now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please, don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out. Okay. The passenger said out. Or you want me to throw you out? Looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. Oh, actually, wait. A speckled band and that snake we saw. It might not have actually been a black cat after all. I remember seeing a picture of her with like a black cat or cradling a black cat or something. No, I guess not. Okay, that's weird. I could have sworn though, huh? I just thought of something. What if that speckled band she was talking about is a snake? Like the one we saw in the earlier intro cutscene. It would fit inside there, because it's like it could just curl itself up. Huh. Okay, fine then. I guess that picture of a cat with must be some sort of Mandela effect or whatever. Was it? No, I remember. Whatever. What is this? And so, we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Well, that's just great. Sure, why not? Let's save our progress. We were on number 4, so I guess let's go here. "9th of January, the SS Burya, first class cabin, passageway." I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh, yes. He's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Ugh, fine. Hey, guy. Don't suppose you'd let us back in there? I really wish we had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Hmm? Maybe. You want me to throw you out again? Again. Hmm? No, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I shall show you where the lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand. Okay then. Alright. Well, that's not much. Is there anything over here? No? Okay. There's something out there. What is out there? That door leads to the second-class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Alright. What can we do? What can we do? It's our cabin. Not our cabin. Oh, what? Yeah. Maybe we can go back and see if Mr. Hosonaga can lend us any more aid. Wardrobe, I've been called it. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga managed to recover any new clues. Yeah, so let's go look and see. Let's go check on him, see if he can help us out or something. And, yes, pro tip here. If you look at the bottom, there's something that Susato's saying here. Those are basically your hints to go see new locations. Like if you're looking around and you're wondering, oh, you know, where do I go? What do I do? Chances are you missed something small in one location. And to find out which location, you'll have to go to move and check her messages. She'll basically say things like either comment about the area, or something like, oh, are you sure we found everything here? Maybe we should check again, or something like that. And or this saying, we haven't visited this place in a while, have we? And that's basically code for something in here has changed. So, 9th of January, the SS Beria, first class cabin, number 1. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Wait, has anything changed in here? No. Oh, you've changed, sir. You got anything to say? You! Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just, went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at the Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Miss Naruhodo-san. Whatever. Anyways, something here. Cosmo spent his final moments writing his diary. Oh, yeah. So this is them reading over the diary. Okay. Alright. Is there anything here? Oh, snap. He did get beat up. Ah, you're back. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Yeah, just scratches? One of your eyes is swollen. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing really. Looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Wow. My man. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Seriously though, man's got beat up just because he felt bad about not being able to protect our friend and us getting put into the situation. He literally went and got beat up for us, something he did not have to do. Oh my god. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Erlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Alright, first off is the cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what please? What self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Yeah? Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Oh, what is it now, exactly? What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Bureau's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. To the cervical vertebrae? So he got his back blown out? Or his neck? Oh, his neck. Oh. So does someone, like, hit him at the neck behind? What does that mean? Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. That's what I was thinking too. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? To hit it with, they hit him in the back, so it had to be something blunt. The back of the neck, the nape, I should say. So, nothing has been found as yet. But the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Alright, the postmortem report has been entered into the court record. No trace of external injury or poison. So someone used something to smack him on the back of the neck. Okay, yeah. Sometime between 1 and a little past 2. Okay. I see. Now then, let's talk about the Great Detective and kind of end this, because we're kind of getting into things a bit. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, is all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass, do you see? Oh. Oh! This brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. That's shoe polish, not blood, okay. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? What sort of dark brownish red, then? Like that? Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh! Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish in Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Okay. Huh. Alright, I think this is a good time to end it, because we're already getting thing. So, yeah, all I can tell you, great. So, next time, we're going to find out what exactly, save again to make sure. We're going to find out what exactly, yeah, what we can do here, because we can't investigate Pavlova's cabin anymore. There's nothing new in this cabin except for the shoe palace, so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, I will see you all next time.